This player got a star sign in under 5 minutes, which means it's a new world record. So frick this, we're pulling an SS Sniper Wolf and we're reacting to this speedrun. Alright, of course, the player's name is Suki OJ. At least I hope that's how you pronounce it. And so he was actually able to get a 4:51 time and then shortened it to 4:25. We'll get into explaining this later into the run, but for now, just know that the speedrun is basically impossible without this code, or at least getting a time this insane. Now, for starters, you can see he's actually using a macro right now to use all of the codes, which is really smart because macros can work a lot faster than people. And keep in mind, this isn't like any sort of official speedrun. It's kind of just speedrunning for fun, so who knows? Macros are probably allowed. Now, he doesn't actually go claim his hive first of all. He actually quickly hops into Dandelion Field and grabs about 3,000 honey, and then he uses a micro converter, which actually bumps him up to 25,000 honey. Now, oh my gosh, I literally have to pause this speedrun because he's going so fast and I can't even explain. Basically, because of the insane instant conversion he has, he's able to take that 3,000 honey, turn it into 10,000 honey, and now he's going to use that honey right here to buy some better gear. So he buys the magnet, a better backpack, and some boots, then gets back in the field. I don't know if you could see earlier, but there were actually sprouts in here, which let him get the things he needed for the boots. Now, of course, he starts dropping jelly beans because right now he's still not going to claim his hive. He's actually going to try and make some honey. So he's going around trying to collect a few tokens because getting a few different bees will be nice. And then he fills up his first backpack. He's going to use a micro converter in a second. And oh my gosh, he gets like 75,000 honey from it. So he hasn't even claimed his hive, keep in mind. And he already has a full 126,000 honey, which is insane. He fills up his backpack again. Once again, he's just trying to collect a lot of things. And then this is the part where things kind of get crazy. He uses four my bad, of the most overpowered codes. Now, this is the reason this speedrun exists. It's because of this birthday code, which gives like the honey day event, which is pretty nice. But the main thing it gives, which the speedrun needs, is ×6 inspire, which if you didn't know, is basically just ×6 honey. It is so overpowered. That's why this speedrun is basically unbeatable, is because as of right now, the code got removed, and so you can't get this ×6 honey. Now, let me just show you guys what happened right here. Here he is. He's at 335,000 honey, and then he uses the code, and in the span of like 5 seconds total, he jumps up to 226 million honey. He hasn't even claimed his hive yet. This is already more honey than most players get in their entire lifetime, and he just got it without even claiming his hive. Also, fun little Easter egg. If you actually pause the video like right here, you can see one of the rare critter stickers. That's actually not too common, so that's a fun little Easter egg for this speedrun. So now, of course, he has 250 million honey without even claiming his hive, and now he's gonna go buy some basic eggs so he can get the first 25 bees. And of course, the only 25 bees this run, he kind of just spams through, and so he's actually gonna have a lot of honey left over, and that's gonna come in handy really quickly. Well, first he's gonna claim the mother bear quest, of course, and then he's actually gonna buy a ton of treats with his leftover honey because he needs these treats to level up his bees for the mother bear quest, which requires you, I think in the end, to get like 1 level 8 bee. It's kind of tough. I think it actually might be 8 level 8 bees actually. Anyways, now he's gonna use another smart tactic here. He aligns himself, and then he uses yet another macro, which basically in this scenario is just going to allow him to place eggs in his hive like insanely fast. Because if you've ever played in the test realm and tried to fill up your hive of 50 bees, it is such a pain. So it's actually really smart that he got a macro to do this. Now right here, he's gonna hatch his 25th bee, and then this is where he starts speedrunning the mother bear quest. So he tries to feed, oh, looks like the macro's breaking, but he speedruns feeding treats to his bees. His goal is to get a few level 7 bees for her upcoming quests, and then he gets some 6, 5s, 4s. It's basically all stuff that he's going to need for the quest. And then he's going to feed 2,000 treats to this bee for 1 more level 7 bee. Now keep in mind, at this point, he actually stops the macro, and he's doing this manually, and the only reason he's doing this without a macro is so that way he can actually walk towards mother bear and feed the treats to the bees at the same time, because coding a macro to do that would definitely be tough. Now, of course, he's just speed running the quests because he's already completed a ton of the requirements, and now this is the harder part. Once again, he's using a macro for extreme precision. It's literally just zapping fruits out of his inventory and onto his bees. This is so optimized, he hasn't even closed the "You hatched a Riley bee" menu. Like, seriously, this speedrun is so hilariously optimized, and I mean, for good reason. Now, of course, he just feeds a few more royal jellies to his bees. I think after he completes this, he's only a few quests away from getting that star egg, so he just feeds a few more things to his bees. Of course, these are all the fruits that he was able to get from the earlier sprout at the very beginning of the speedrun. That's what he was saving the fruits for, is for this moment right here, so that way he could get all of the bees and all of the fruits he needed for the mother bear quest. Now, of course, right here, if you didn't notice, he actually just got the star egg, and then he aligns himself with the gate and performs a very well-timed fence jump, which saves him probably around 15 seconds. And then at this point, it's just the most optimized run to get to the sticker stack machine. He's going, he's got it, does another angled jump, doesn't even care about the werewolf. This is a speed run, guys. Honestly, though, he probably practiced this run so many times, so he knows the fastest possible way to get a mountaintop shop. Now, literally, the only thing standing between him and this world record is just getting to the sticker stack machine. He opens it, quickly speeds through, donates the star egg. Now, keep in mind, right here, this is his speedrun for donating a star egg to the sticker stack machine. It's not his speedrun for getting a star sign. At this point, getting a star sign is all up to luck. So if you actually look through the speedrun, he doesn't manage to get that star sign, sadly, but it's okay because he's mainly just running to try and get the fastest star egg dono. But personally, I think he really does deserve that title just because he worked so hard to do this. And the cool thing, once again, is that this speedrun is actually unbeatable now because, like I said, the birthday code he used earlier is now expired, which is going to make it a lot harder to do this speedrun. So honestly, we might not be able to attempt a time faster than his for another year. But of course, one more shout out to him. I'll link his channel in the description in case you do want to watch the speedrun yourself or attempt to beat his speedrun. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate it if you guys would help me hit 58,000 subscribers just in the next few days. It'd mean a lot to me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.